Welcome to Ask Kimberly Oaster, where you send in questions about everyday life, and I look into the Bible to see what truth it has for us. Today's question is regarding circumcision. It was sent in by a parent wanting to know if they are biblically mandated to circumcise their child. Well, let's talk about circumcision. In the Old Testament, in Genesis, God explains that showing the difference between if you are for him or against him will require that males be circumcised. It went for males who were older, males who were younger, and it applied to the Jews because the Jews were God's people. It started with Abraham. That was the first time that it was required by God. Now, we know that all things, when they come to the New Testament, that Jesus fulfilled the law. And so we're always looking for, what did Jesus say about it? What does the law, how is the law fulfilled? What does that say? And it's very interesting because when we get to the New Testament, Jesus really doesn't talk about it much at all. And Paul addresses it quite a bit. And he encourages men, and he says, if you are circumcised, leave it alone. And if you are not circumcised, leave it alone. So that is a good guideline for us. Now, a lot of questions come up because people see that Paul took Timothy to be circumcised. In that instance, we were talking about because of who Timothy was. Timothy's parents, one was Greek and one was Jewish. And so this was showing that he was a Jew as well as a Christian. So that was kind of a separate entity. Today, Jews still are circumcised most of the time. And that is something that they do as part of their belief with God. Now, as a Christian, as someone who believes in Jesus Christ, are we compelled to be circumcised, or are men compelled to be circumcised? No, they are not. We are told concretely that circumcision has to do in the New Testament with of our heart, the hard parts of our heart, the things that aren't of God in our heart, that we're to circumcise those, and that goes for men and women. Some people tie in and they say, well, baptism is the new circumcision, which you can kind of go there and you can kind of say, because baptism is when we say publicly we are for Jesus Christ. We have a relationship where Jesus Christ is Lord of our life. We have decided to follow Jesus and not follow our own ways. So you can see how that would come through. And it's something that's not connected directly in Scripture. It would just be something that you could say, well, it is like the new circumcision. So today, if you have a baby boy and you're trying to decide, do I circumcise? Do I not circumcise? You are free to do whatever you and the doctors think is best. And we know that every little boy is different. Every family is different. You have your own family authority of what you think you want to do. And that has nothing to do with anything scriptural. You're not making your child a Christian or a follower of God by circumcising them. Likewise, you are not making them not a follower of God if you choose not to circumcise them. I hope that helps. Remember that life with Jesus is much better. Until next time, I'll see ya.